Strawberries are especially delicate fruits to harvest. One wrong touch could increase the risk of molding and the spread of pests, reducing its shelf life. This makes it extra difficult to find labor during the right season to harvest high-quality strawberries. Robotics may now provide the perfect answer to this dilemma. Advancements in machine learning and AI are enabling humanoid robots to identify the ripeness of the crop, as well as dexterously pick strawberries by the stem without touching the fruit, minimizing risks to its quality. This technology may not only address issues with labor shortage, but also provide a more economic solution and encourage higher localization of produce growing. Food. Our most basic and crucial need. Intricate systems, methodologies, and technologies go into ensuring we produce enough food to distribute all over the globe. But as geopolitical tensions rise and climate change affects the seasons, farmers are facing more and more challenges in maintaining and harvesting their crops. In 2020, the UK faced a labour shortage crisis in its agricultural sector. Hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of crops were left to rot on the ground because there weren't enough people to harvest them. The immigration difficulties born from Brexit and the COVID pandemic caused a severe drop in labourers. This was further exacerbated by the war in Ukraine. As a result, the cost of groceries have increased, and many shelves are left empty due to the difficulty of obtaining specific produce. With the added concern of the cost of living crisis, it's forced more and more people to rely on donations, unable to afford even just the price of food. This has caused the demand for food banks to increase by 81% over the past 5 years. The Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs reported that they're looking into automated agricultural technology to boost agricultural production once again. If their efforts are successful, it could go a long way into making sure food from farmers makes it to hungry consumers, not just in the UK, but across the world. But how far has agricultural technology really developed? Is the future where all our food is harvested by robots close at hand? The farming industry is no stranger to automation and the use of machinery for sowing seed and harvesting. However, this is normally centered around grain-based produce grown in large open fields. Machines like combine harvesters can harvest large swathes of wheat or barley in one go. But vine, bush, and tree-based produce like apples, olives, and grapes have largely relied on intensive human harvesting up until this point. Individual pieces of fruit can ripen at different times and require human dexterity and care to pick. This is one area where AI and humanoid robotics can really shine, filling a gap in the market with very low job displacement. In Royston, UK, Dogtooth Technologies is working hard to make that future a reality. This strawberry harvesting robot can pick up to 200 kilograms per day. It can navigate crop rows by itself, using computer vision through the 2 cameras on its arm to find the best strawberries to pick. Every joint in the robot's arm is capable of rotating more than 360 degrees, allowing it to accurately clamp down on the strawberry's stem and take it from the plant. Once it picks the strawberry, it places it inside its onboard inspection chamber. The inspection chamber is filled with cameras and constituent lighting, allowing full coverage and analysis of the fruit. Thanks to its machine learning program, the robot can detect over 17 different types of defects in the fruit, automatically sorting it into punnets or a waste chute. Through the robot's work, the fruit goes straight from the stem and into the packaging, ready to be shipped to consumers. Strawberries aren't the only fruit that can now be picked with AI. The GR100 can harvest up to 43 kilograms of tomatoes per hour with a 98% ripeness precision rate. Like strawberries, tomatoes need a discerning eye and a dexterous hand to be picked. Just because they share a branch doesn't mean the fruits ripen at the same time. The GR100 scans the tomatoes to see which ones are ready for harvest. Once it is decided, it carefully points its nozzle at each individual fruit, gently vacuuming them down a chute and into a crate. Each robot is paired with an automated packing cart, allowing them to swap out filled crates with empty ones. This way, the GR100 can harvest up to 246 kilograms in one harvesting session. There's also the Tevel flying autonomous robots. It employs a series of drones attached to a mobile base, picking apples by using the suction cups attached to their nozzle. During its commercial pilot in California, it was able to harvest plums as well. Harvesting isn't the only part of farming that can benefit from automation. Chemical pesticides have been proven to cause widespread genetic conditions in plants, animals, and humans. There is a need for more environmentally friendly and healthy alternatives to protecting crops from pests. Enter this little guy. The Pest X uses AI to distinguish between pests like moths and beneficial insects like butterflies and bees. It recognizes them based on their size and wingbeat frequency. When it spots a target, it launches into the air and kills the moth in its propellers. The Pest X can prevent the spread of pests up to 5 weeks earlier than human farmers can detect the symptoms of an infestation on their crops. Meanwhile, this pollinator drone could serve as an answer to the growing lack of bees caused by climate change. Bees are crucial to pollinating flowers, which then develop into the fruits we eat. But because of global warming, we've been seeing less and less bees appearing in farms. While humans can manually pollinate flowers, it's a tedious job made worse by the lack of laborers. This is where the polybee comes in. By using the wind from its propellers, it causes the tomato flowers to vibrate, ensuring pollination without the need for bees. And because it doesn't need to come into contact with the plant, it reduces the risk of diseases spreading across the farm. These are but a few of the ways that automated technology is being used to boost our agriculture. But if robots are the future of farming, what will happen to the humans who need these jobs to make a living? At least for dogtooth technologies, the goal isn't to displace human workers, but to supplement the workforce instead. Their hope is that automation will create more desirable jobs for people. They design their robots to do very specific tasks or hard labor so that these robots can fill in the jobs that are difficult to hire for. Thus, the work will be done more efficiently while freeing up humans to do the kind of complex cognitive work that we are best at. And the race to make our farming more efficient has never been more serious. As it is, nearly 1 in 10 people around the world go to bed hungry every night due to economic inequality, large-scale conflicts, and climate change. And yet, scientists predict that the world's population will increase to 10 billion people by 2050. Even if all the habitable land on Earth was turned into agricultural land, it still wouldn't be enough to feed everyone. To maintain the world's food supply, technology is needed for increasing food production while reducing the costs, labor, and resources required. With AI robots, we can boost our harvest, create more preemptive pest control, and more. Their ability to expedite labor isn't the only important thing about them. As they go about their jobs, their sensors and cameras allow them to passively collect data on the crops and process it. Dogtooth Technology's harvesting robot alone processes about 40 gigabytes of data every day. It allows farmers to monitor their crops on a broad scale in real time via data like yield amounts and defect rates. Farmers can then deepen their understanding of how their farming methods and other environmental factors affect their harvest. That very same data can also be used to predict how much produce will become ripe in the upcoming weeks. Dogtooth Technologies combines data from the robots with weather forecasts into a yield prediction model, which then allows farmers to further optimize how they manage their resources and schedules and meet their quotas more efficiently. There are still many concerns in the mass adoption of robotics to supplement our agriculture. Farmers are worried about the high cost of adoption as well as the complexity of setting up automated systems of harvesting. However, though adoption is slow, studies show that farmers are open to innovation and more sustainable methods of food production. 61% of farmers surveyed in America said they were planning to adopt at least one ag-tech product in the next 2 years. If ag-tech companies could adapt to lowering front-end costs and providing clearer ROIs, we would be much closer to a fully automated agricultural system. The world of AI robots is advancing swiftly to meet our needs. With enough care, they can revolutionize the way we think about agriculture and labor.
Remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our latest content. And while you're here, why not check out another one of our exciting videos? Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.